We're living in an era of creativity that bold ideas and creative trends come and go. Not everyone is a trend follower though. If keeping up with the latest trend is not your thing, why not keep things nice and simple? I believe the simplest thing in life can always bring you the most of joy.
Korean temple cuisine is nature and patience and considering. These three things very important in Korean temple cuisine.
Meet Chef Gu Jin-kwang, a Korean chef who learned the craft of Korean temple food from the renowned Buddhist nun Wu Kwan. And for Chef Gu, the secret to delicious temple food lies in the use of whole foods and natural seasoning. This meal starts with a tasty bowl of noodles. Here, Chef Gu uses zucchini slices to replace the use of traditional rice or egg noodles. Served with mushrooms, sesame, and kimchi juice, this dish is incredibly refreshing. For many people, drinking cold soda is the best way to deal with heat and humidity. But for Korean Buddhists, a bowl of cold soup is their best thirst quencher. Made with yellow pepper and non-spicy white kimchi, this flavorful cold broth is both refreshing and delightful. Some say you have to eat the rainbow to stay healthy because plants with different colors offer different health benefits. Chef Gu combines a great variety of vegetables into the same dish, from baby radish to beetroot, and from ginkgo to Chinese yam. This salad is then topped with the famous Korean ginseng for some extra nourishment.
From the moment when I walk into this restaurant, I can feel a sense of calmness. Because the interior is filled with natural elements, it is a great place for me to relax and enjoy a meal.
My favorite dish is turnip dumplings. This one I made it in Hong Kong, like new dishes. So Hong Kong is the most popular dim sums. So that's why I make it is a dumpling, like a turnip skin. Inside I used to be like some new like a soybean paste, with shiitake mushroom and tofu, and make a new kind of dim sums.
And not to mention, the dumplings made with radish skin is also a great gluten-free option for everyone. Enjoying a traditional temple meal is soothing, but sometimes the chef needs to be creative to carry the tradition forward. Take this terrine dish as an example. Instead of meat or fish, Chef Gu uses mixed mushrooms to recreate a plant-based version of the classic French terrine. What a nice surprise!
To be honest, this Korean temple dining experience is something very new to me. I like the way how they combine the traditional and modern culinary techniques. For example, the ginseng salad is a great surprise to me. I like the way how the chef put ginseng in a colorful salad. It is a satisfying feast for both my eyes and my belly.
To me, antique is a window through which I can experience a different world from different space and time.
Growing up in a family of antique dealers, Warren has always been interested in becoming an antique appraiser. His family's passion for ancient Chinese antiques and appreciation of the art inspired him a lot. That's why Warren decided to follow in his family's footsteps and pursued a career in antique valuation and appraisal after years of working in the field of economics. So how were you able to turn your passion into a career as an antique appraiser? Like, what's your story?
Growing up, I was actually really into technology.
Okay.
And then I started my first job as a management consulting, and my focus area was in technology.
Okay.
So I've had the experience of working with a lot of technology firms, and when I work with them, I see how stressed they are. in the tech industry, their enemy is time. Whenever they roll a product out, they're always competing against time.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
But antique is the complete opposite. With antique, the more time we have, the more appreciation we can get.
Yeah.
So time is our friend. With more time, with slow living, actually this industry pushes us to appreciate an object much deeper. And I feel like this is more of my kind of lifestyle, and that's what draws me into the field of antique.
Oh, I see. So it has a very deep meaning for you.
Yes.
But speaking of that, like, a lot of people collect antiques because they think it has sentimental value. Do you think there's another meaning to it besides also the money?
Yeah, so I guess the money is the investment aspect of it. But in terms of sentimental value, I think that is way more important than the monetary value. Say if you're attracted to Song Dynasty ceramics, for example, because you like it, you want to learn more about it. And that opens up a whole new landscape of knowledge. You want to learn about how things were made back then. And through this, you build a whole understanding of the society back then.
A piece of antique reveals clues about a bygone era. It also creates a sense of nostalgia that helps us to learn about history from a new perspective. I guess that's why antiques will never go out of style. Have there been any pieces that you've come across in your career that have been very meaningful to you?
Yes, so this first piece is a bronze razor blade with a jade attachment. This is from Han Dynasty. A razor blade is a tool from the working class, while the jade is a fashion accessory for the noble class. So if these two things are attached together, that should not be the case. There's some sort of conflict in this.
Right.
So upon looking into this, I realized that this is weird. So I dig deeper. So it turns out this razor blade is a stationery. And back then, people use ink to write on bamboo stripes. This was before paper was invented.
Okay.
So when they make a mistake when writing, water would not be able to erase it because ink would have gone into the bamboo so fast. And therefore, they figure out a way to get rid of the mistaken word, which is to scratch it off with this razor blade. So actually this comes to a full story because in Chinese character, the word to delete, san, on one side are these bamboo stripes. On the other side is this razor blade. So actually from very early on, we know that the verb to delete actually refers to using this blade to delete mistaken words.
It really sounds like you like doing your homework and learning more about the work that you do.
Yeah, exactly.
But speaking of that, what are some requirements to become an antique appraiser such as yourself? Like, do you have to, have a certain education or something like that?
Yeah, so if you want to get into this field, there are a few aspects you want to look into. I would say 3. The first one being the category of art that you want to look into. As I said earlier, it should be something that you're passionate about, but there should also be a big enough market so that if you do become an expert, there is enough market, there's enough money to go around to hire you.
Right.
The second aspect is the people. You need to learn from the right people. And lastly is the resources. Resources doesn't just mean money, but it's also time. As I mentioned earlier, this field requires a lot of upfront investment in time and money. And that's why if you want to get into this field, you need to have enough of those. I would say maybe a year or 2 at least, so that you can fully appreciate and fully learn the expertise that you need to get into this field.
There are a lot of reasons for people to collect antiques or even to become an antique collector. For me, what fascinates me the most about antiques is the memories and stories that it holds. It's truly a piece of history that you can view and hold in your very own hands. After the break, check out ways to get in shape and enjoy seasonal gastronomic treats.
Everyone's fitness goals are different. Some people would like to train to look good in front of the mirror, while others would just like to maintain a healthier lifestyle. As for me, I think a combination of endurance, flexibility, explosiveness, and the ability to lift really heavy things is the ultimate form of fitness.
So CrossFit would be described as a program of fitness that combines different elements of other types of fitness programs, such as powerlifting, such as like bench press or back squats, along with gymnastics, running, and then even flexibility training. And then what CrossFit does is combine these different elements of fitness into a single program, then applies intensity to give a well-rounded workout. Now, from that, of course, not everybody can do the same thing. So we will have some, say, older individuals, might be the first time ever exercising. We can change the weight, the repetitions, even the movement to match their current skill level. And we'll have various ranges, whether it's from those types of people who are new to fitness to more advanced athletes, all the way down to children as young as 3.5 years old.
CrossFit isn't something that is completely new to me, as I have incorporated some of these exercises into my own workouts. It is a challenging sport that puts your mental and physical strength to the test. Crushing a couple of watts, also known as workouts of the day, for the professional CrossFitters doesn't stop, even during lockdown.
In times like this, we're trying to stay home as much as you can, but stay active at the same time. Online, you can find lots of programs, bodyweight programs that you can do at home. For example, today's workout, it's 6 rounds for time, 20 reverse lunges, 15 burpees, 20 reverse lunges, and then 15 step-ups or box jumps. Rest 1 minute between your rounds and go again 6 rounds. So for lunges, body weight, very simple. You're gonna take a step back and knee on the floor and stand back up. They'll be targeting quads and hamstrings. And then burpees is a little bit more cardio, where you're moving, you get your chest all the way to the ground, stand up and jump. With the box jumps or step-ups, depends which one you can do. Box jumps, a bit more explosive, jumping up on top of the box, targeting your quads. It's the same if you're doing step-ups, a little bit of quads and hamstrings as well.
As one of the highest-ranking female CrossFit athletes in Asia, Victoria Campos, who's originally from Brazil, knows how to physically prepare for each and every game, and also knows that having a strong mindset and being mentally ready is equally important.
How did you become a CrossFitter? Have you played other sports when you were growing up?
Yes, I grew up playing lots of sports. Swimming, football, surfing, skateboarding. Yeah, so I was very active as a kid.
How did you find out about CrossFit?
Through a friend. He used to do CrossFit, and then he saw me skateboarding, and he's like, oh, you should come to train CrossFit and have the feel for it. It will help you to build strength and make you stronger on jumping and doing whatever you do on your sports. So
I see people use a lot of momentum in CrossFit. Why is that? Can you describe how you use the momentum?
Yeah, we do a lot of keeping movements with gymnastics, and that's only for speed. But if you're new to the gym, I would always suggest you to start doing strict movements first, and then start to applying the speed by doing the keeping movements. All right, but the only reason we do it is more for speed. Most of our workouts are for time, so you want to go faster, and then we start keeping and doing all this swinging motion that you see.
Right. So for a professional CrossFitter like yourself, how many watts do you do in a day? Sort of how many hours typically do you spend training in a day?
It really depends if it's a competitive season or not. For competitive seasons, I'll be at the gym training for at least 3 to 4 hours, split in 2 sessions, right? 5 days a week or 6 days a week, more or less.
When it comes to advanced level athletes, The one quality that we find most common amongst them is basically a refusal to quit. So basically what we try to do is, if you will, train the quit out of you. So that way you have the mental ability to keep going even when your body feels like it's time to stop.
Today has been a great reminder of how much I love CrossFit training. It is intense, challenging, and just so much fun. And I would recommend CrossFit to anyone who is interested in becoming the fittest version of themselves.
A lot of us are trying to eat a more balanced diet nowadays. I mean, who isn't? Now, some people try to do so by adding more veggies into their meal, while some try to cut down on the oil and sugar in their cooking, while some even choose to only eat what's in season. Now, I found a great way to combine all of those things by adding different kinds of mushrooms to your meal. Spongy and famous for the meat-like texture, mushrooms are one of the most fascinating edible ingredients that holds a prominent place in our meals. Low in calories, full of vitamin D, and packed with healthy antioxidants, this magical food is a great cooking material for chefs from the West to the East. Hanshimaji mushroom is one of the most popular ingredients in Japanese cuisine. Known for its attractive color, wonderful nutty flavor, and health benefits, Hanshimaji is an excellent choice to kickstart this mushroom feast. The mushroom is sautéed until perfection. Its toothsome texture pairs perfectly with the tender and flavorful Wagyu beef. Known for its savory, woodsy flavor and velvety, buttery mouthfeel, the chanterelle is among some of the world's most popular mushrooms. And sautéing is undoubtedly the best way to cook this highly sought-after mushroom. Wow, this dish doesn't just smell great, but it tastes absolutely exquisite. What I like about this dish is that the mushroom is sweet, but it also has a bit of a kick. And then paired with the dry tofu, wow, it's absolutely delicious. Mushroom is a versatile ingredient that many chefs love. Whether you pair it with other types of veggies or eat it along with different kinds of meat, mushrooms allow chefs to create new innovative dishes that keep the guests engaged. And this mushroom dish is a great example. Chef Jason used lobster to pair with St. George's mushroom, taking the mushroom and seafood classic combo to another level. Speaking of a great culinary match, how can we not mention the quail? Here, Chef Jason braised French quail leg with morel and St. George's mushrooms. The quail leg is juicy and tender, and the morel and St. George's mushroom adds a distinctive earthy hint to the dish. What a beautiful combination. Sautéing with butter is probably one of the most common ways to cooking with mushrooms. But according to Chef Jason, one of the best ways to get the best flavor out of a mushroom is by braising. Do you know why braising is one of the best ways to make the most out of all types of mushrooms? Well, this dish might give you the answer. Here, after deep frying the chicken, it is then braised over a bed of mushrooms in a clay pot until nice and tender. This cooking method not only allows the chicken to be infused with the mushroom's wonderfully pungent aroma, but it also lets the mushrooms release their sweet taste into the sauce. No wonder Chef Jason called braising his favorite cooking method when it comes to mushrooms. In Chinese cuisine, the mushroom is a great ingredient to add a freshness to the food. Its intense and flavor and aroma is loved by many. Whereas in Western cuisine, the mushroom is one of the most intriguing and subtle gastronomic treats. But no matter which taste palette you prefer, this versatile ingredient is something that we all crave for. Guess what? There's over 10,000 known types of mushrooms around the world today. So today's meal was just the tip of the iceberg for me. I hope to explore more in the future. That's all the time we have for this week's episode. If you want to find out more about what we have introduced, remember to log on to our website. Have you ever wondered what the saying, "life is sweet," actually means? In the coming weeks, we will help you get the answers. Join us to savor the best tastes of the season, kickstart a healthier lifestyle, keep up with the latest trends in everything, connect with inspiring people, and find out ways to look gorgeous. Be sure to tune in again next time.